Hi, and welcome to. Let me just move that up a bit. I can't, it's not comfortable. Um, Welcome to, I don't know what my channel is, to be honest. Um, and that's what I want to make this video about, which is there's been there's been a huge amount of craziness on my channel, some very out there kind of ideas and whatnot, and I feel that that was fueled by me staying present like 24/7, really doing that. Um, and the first thing that comes into my mind is like danger, is there danger when like, a person you meet, anybody is like present all the time, and that's all that is really. But what I'm thinking about is what I'm holding is um all the craziness. I liked that kind of content. I liked it a lot. Um, and this is similar, in a very small way, to when there was one month, yeah, because I have an antipsychotic injection every month, and there was one month where I um I became very upset when I had my injection because all the people reading my mind, literally every thought I was having, all the people doing that, it all stopped. And I felt like I'd lost myself, and I felt like I'd lost my soul, and I felt like I'd lost, like, what was a true part of myself. I mean, the only thing wrong with that is that it becomes overwhelming, it becomes too much. Um, and yeah, but it's similar in like a small way. I feel like I've lost part of myself in losing all the craziness, and I don't know, something like that. Um and I was wondering if I got, you see, because I want to, on one level. On another level, I feel like I don't know if it's healthy for me, but on one level, I do very much want to get back into like the spirituality. I mean, for example, like there was this video by Amanda Flake, and I thought, I'll watch that because I do like her videos. I find them very I find you get a lot of content in half an hour. You get a lot of information. I learn a hell of a lot in half an hour. I feel coming away from that video, feeling much better about myself, much better about how I understand spirituality. I feel, like I say, I feel like I've learned a hell of a lot. Um, and I'm charging this. I think I'll unplug that. Um, so and I'm asking myself, the part of me that wants to get back into all that craziness, all that, following through on all those out there ideas, all that stuff, all that inspiration and creativity that comes out of me, just following through, thinking about it, running through it, and coming out with all these ideas and whatnot. Um, I don't know, what am I saying? Um, yeah, like I say, I feel like a bit like when I had my injection and um all the craziness stopped, but like I'm not, I don't like to overdo it with the spirituality. I mean, and I also don't want to be too open about what it is I do, you know, with in my prayers and stuff like that, because I feel that's a very personal thing. And to be honest, I feel like, I could be right or wrong, but I feel like people don't really want to know that anyway. But you know how I do. But I've been I have been practicing at, at Jesus. I that word, it's almost like a swear word, isn't it? I don't want to offend, you know, the light or anything, but it's almost like a swear word, because I feel like, I don't know, it feels like a very strong word to use, As I said it felt very strong and like, ooh, So, but yeah, I used to watch several spiritual videos a day. Um, and what I've been doing lately is I've been doing what's best for my mental health. And you know how I say, like, I've been staying present 24 hours a day, staying very, very present. I mean, that was fine until, I started to become aware of, like, a dark sort of sexual motive towards me. And that's kind of, that has hurt. Hold on. That has hurt my want to stay present all the time. But the most thing, what what sounds so what sounds so English. The most thing what changed that, and the thing that will always have changed it, and I'll never go back on, is that I experienced a bit of psychosis once. It was like that, I just broke and I became psychotic, and everybody started reading my mind, and it was like really the first time that it had happened on me so sudden. And because it was so sudden, it came to mind where, like, I don't feel good about this, but I did lose my temper down Ferry Meadows one time. But the thing that I noticed was that um, the change in me that happened was that it helped my psychosis. And because of that, I'd sat with that for a couple of weeks, and I'd always known that, and it kind of sunk into my being. And so I tried something. Okay, I became psychotic. All of a sudden, I just suddenly went, and I, it came to me, can I do something about this? Because, I knew that when I lost my temper, it helped my psychosis. And I was aware of that, and I thought, well, is there anything else I can do that's going to help my psychosis? And I thought, if I stress about a situation that I'd just been in that really triggered everything, if I stress about it and if I worry about it, and if I was faced with a trigger, you see, I was staying as present as I could, staying present more hard than usual, because there was a trigger about and I didn't want to get triggered, and avoiding that trigger actually pushed me into psychosis. And I says to myself, I think it'll help my psychosis if I actually go into that trigger, allow the trigger, don't avoid it, go into it and stress. If I stress, if I just stress, I think it might help my psychosis. So I stressed. I broke. The trigger got me. I broke and I stressed. And, like, for a little while, I was asking myself, should I have done this? And the reason I say that that's what changed my willingness to be present all the time, was because through that experience, my psychosis did go away in a huge way. You know, all the craziness, all the madness, all the people reading my mind, it just stopped like that. You know, it just stopped. And so I knew that if I stressed, you know, and I have been doing a lot of stressing, to be honest. I feel like I've been doing a lot of stressing anyway. I don't know if that's true, but I feel like I have. You know, this is compared to staying present like all the time. I feel like I've been doing a lot of stressing, and that's how I don't stay present anymore all the time. I don't. And you know, I don't quite understand how come what's changing me, and why I don't you see, because something else has changed as well, which is that I don't feel safe. Staying present all the time, I don't feel safe. I feel like someone could come along, someone could take advantage of me. I just don't feel safe. And I don't know whether this, you know, this is just being honest. You know, I don't know if I should say it actually. Um, I don't know if I should say it because, you know, this has like an energy to it of like it's wrong, you know, and it's offensive. So I don't think I should really go there. Anyway, that's my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a good one and goodbye.